Okay, I will start. Uh, Basically, what we will talk today is to generate the PDF, something that is a common requirement on a lot of application. The thing here is we are doing with Lambda, on a Lambda, that is precisely to be separated of everything and to be able to generate the PDF with the Lambda and Puppeteer without any other needs like a service that everybody can use it to create his own template. Okay, first of all, the challenge. The challenge that we have to do. We have to generate different PDF. We need that every PDF, it looks the same, whatever mobile app or whatever platform do you use. The PDF that we try on our project, the requirement has to need a chart, need a lot of charts in one PDF. It's a PDF of report. So the thing is, what we want is to take this HTML code and make charts like that this chart on the right. If we think about it, it's really simple. If I talk with everybody, I say every developer, I take and say we have an HTML code and we need to make a convert to PDF. So this is what I think about it. An easy task, 1 week, 2 days. I have a weekend, but reality is quite complex. It's not so simple to make that work. So what we try at the beginning, we did to generate a PDF on the mobile app. So we already have on the project a library of charts, and they are already making some charts. But the thing was like on Android and iOS, it was different libraries and different behavior. With different chart libraries, a lot of them has different behaviors too, and different problems. The request was big because you have to request a lot of information of the backend. So the calling to the endpoint is quite big, the JSON that return, and the frontend has to generate everything. So we decided to change it to backend. We will not be focused on doing on each mobile and leave the responsibility and the performance to the mobile of each person. We have to decide to move to backend. So what we aim to do. This is a chart of what we have to do if we want to do it asynchronous, a big solution. But thinking about that, it was a lot of work only for generated PDF. So we try to keep it simple. We make it synchronic. We make it on the Lambda. This process is synchronic, but it's not taking more than a minute. Never take. We try with a lot of data, processing a lot of data, thousands and thousands of arrays, and it works correctly and it works fast. And it's like 1 minute is too much for a request, but it's not enough to take them out. And normally the people, when you use an application, it's common to, if you say download the report, it will take some seconds. It's not instantly. Even if you print to PDF on the Chrome, it will take some minutes or some seconds to load the image of the PDF. So taking 30 seconds to download the PDF is not something that generates a problem. What we use Puppeteer. If someone knows Puppeteer, is used for many purposes, but basically it open a Chromium, but you don't see it. It's a Chromium on a service. It's headless, so you can work with it, load page, load HTML code, navigate on this, but it will be all on background. You will not see or load anything on the UI. So the other thing that we use is handlebars. Handlebars is used to compile. HTML. You can set an HTML, an HVC, that's handlebars file, and you can add handles, put JSON data that you pass to the compiler, and we will transform everything. So you will get a dynamic HTML. All of this is done on serverless, but the thing here is how you design this HTML. We need serverless offline. We had serverless on the project and we use it a lot, but without serverless, I didn't find a way to do it so easily how we are doing it right now. What we gain with this solution, we don't really on a mobile app. That's the biggest things. If you call from any mobile app, any cell phone, any web, it will return always the same PDF. Even if there are updates on the Android or updates on the libraries, it's on a backend on the Lambda and it's static and immutable. So we will never have problem with that. We can update the PDF without doing a new IP release, like it is on the backend. We don't need to. We can make change and nobody will see it. It will work every time. That we didn't need to maintain Windows because it's on the Lambda. We can increase the potential of the Lambda, the RAM, or the resources used. So we don't have problem of scalability with that. The report has a quite 30-second that is mounting open the Lambda, mounting the Puppeteer, and open the Chromium, and generating the PDF. But it's the same if you generate 100 page or 1 page. It's the same amount of time. So the amount of data will really not change too much the performance of the Lambda. And if you are calling a lot of brackets at the same time, the Lambda is processing that. It's not a problem about the code or this code that we made. And the other thing, if you use this, we didn't really need because our backend provide our information so we can change it. But one of the things that is a good point of this or benefit, if you have a third-party API that is already returning you a lot of data, inside data, you can transform on this Lambda. It has a way to transform the data. So this Lambda is responsible for changing the templates, and you need to make a chart. Okay, you will get the data and you will process it. It's not responsible for other APIs to change data and show an object only because you want to show it. If you need to change something on the PDF or the way you show it, you don't need to change other things. So here we have some code now, how it works, how we execute this. We will see all the flow of executing the first time, how is the call of the Lambda, and then you return the PDF. First of the structure. Here at the left, we have the structure. One of the important things, we have a lot of objects that is common for the application that is used to generate the PDF. But the templates and the assets are important. The templates, you add the folders for each template that you want to add. We have 2 templates right now. Yeah, we can add limited templates. We just add a folder and index HBS that is HTML and handlebars, and you can call it. And the asset has the CSS, the JavaScript, or image that you need. This asset is automatically deployed when you are doing serverless deploy. It automatically deployed to an S3 bucket that is public. One of the things, it's all the information is just for if you want to use your own query library or your customization, you should think about not putting your project name on the classes of your CSS, but for the standard classes, you can use that and not having everything on the index. Well, here we have what is the serverless file. If someone want to know, the thing here we use Webpack, offline, Prune, S3 local, and S3 sync. We have a lot of plugins to make it work. But basically, this is the serverless file that will be available to know how you open and how you create an S3 packet from the serverless. And the Lambda that most of us, if we are here, we know about Lambdas. So this is part of the example. The flow. This is some code. Basically, when you execute the Lambda, when you call the Lambda, you have a, if it's offline, here will be transform the data to use dummy data. But if not, you can generate the PDF, and the object is one of the objects that we use is something like that. The only needs to use this way of structure is to have the report. Everything else is something that you add, whatever you want. You can set the object. It's a get an HTTP call. A get HTTP call. You can send an object and send the report name. Here in the report name, we make a switch because we only have 2 reports, and on template reports, we instance at each template report. Each template has his own class, because his class has is stem from template report that has the behavior, the HTML, and the set data. That's the important thing. So if you create something, you need to add to the template how you are loading the template, because we can in our case we use read file as sync. That is from FS, a node library that read files. We are only reading the files, and we are only saying this template. You will read the file, this file to get the HTML. But the thing here, we can use an HTTP web. We can use an API, we can call it whatever we want. In this case, we are always reading from file, but if you want, you don't need to create the PDF, you don't need to create this file, it's HTML. Maybe you want to push a PDF, some public web that you already have, so you bring the HTML of that page, or you even set the path without getting the HTML. Puppeteer can navigate to page. In reality, this Puppeteer will assign this HTML and open in a Chromium the code like it's a web page that you navigate to. So we read the file, and then in this part we'll make the handlebars. The handlebars practically is register common helpers and then compile. It compile the report HTML that you give with the data. What is compiled? Practically this. You have HTML code, and you add the handlebars, and you add the names. This bucket path, name, period start, period end of other medication that we have here is things that it comes on the event of the object that you send from the backend. But if you remember, in this object, we don't have bucket path or period. We have period end, but we don't have bucket path. This bucket path is precisely where we can register common helpers, things that will execute. This backend part, it will execute in the other object that we need, the other behavior is set data. This function is the way you need to transform all the data. Here you can run if you want transformation. Maybe you just only need to show a static template. So if you set the data, you set directly. If you not, you can transform the data and make a lot of query to generate your own object. This object has the charge. In our case, the thing that's come of the backend is not a ready chart. It's not something that is already transformed to you to show it directly. We format the date because the date is coming ISO, and we want to show the date in one way. Another template want to show the date in another way. It's not the responsibility of the backend to be changing everything. So, okay, you want one template, we give you one kind of format, and then we create another endpoint for you only because you want another one. No, that's the responsibility of this template. So here we transform everything. We get the bucket part. The bucket part, it brings the local if you are executing local, and if you are executing on each environment, it will bring automatically each environment. So after you get it in place, here it's come the get PDF. The get PDF is when we use Puppeteer. As we can see, we launch Puppeteer with the executable path and with everything. This will create a browser. It's the same browser that you navigate in a Chromium, no Chrome. Chromium, it has less things and you can have plugins or extensions, but it shows like the same. It's not too much different from a Chrome. So it opens the Chromium and then you can create the page, load the page, it will execute everything that it has and then set the content. When we set the content, this page we will load it and this content will load in every JavaScript or CSS or link that is there. It will be executed and it will show in this browser, in this memory browser, like it is showing on UI. Then we have the magic that we only do get PDF. This PDF will return a PDF buffer. And with the PDF buffer, we encode to base 64 if we want. If we want, we don't encode it. We send the buffer. Whatever the request is this event is a param. And that's all. Basically, this is how you convert, how it works when you already have a template. How you use it? Well, one of the things that you will know if you work with serverless, npm run deploy, it's deploying. It will create the bucket, create everything, the YAML role, it will create the dependency, and it will execute and upload everything. The other thing that we have is npm run start or npm run debug, that is called. That is not the same start, is do a little more things. And the npm run design, something that we add, because the thing here is you need to design this, the front-end guys, not me, I'm back-end guy, but the front-end guys need to design this HTML. So, first of all, how we debug the template that we already have? Basically, when you get an npm start, it will start the live server. This bucket part, it will change to your local path with your local port that the live server start. It will assign automatically. Why we start the live server? Because we needed to load the CSS and we can check it locally. If we make CSS or JavaScript change locally, it will load it. And the other thing, it will start the Lambda on another port of local, where you can just put it on your browser and execute, and you will get it like this. If you execute, it will execute all the code. You can debug it, you can make breakpoint, and will return your PDF on your browser. What happened if your PDF broke here? Because something can happen that you have JavaScript on this HTML, but you don't have the console here. So after you execute this PDF, this request on your browser, it will create and will keep in memory all what it did to generate this PDF. So if you enter to localhost another port, you will see the same PDF that is created, but as web browser. So you will have the console here. And if you have some JavaScript error because you make it wrong on the HTML, or you didn't close something, it will appear here on the console, and you can debug the front-end part. The other thing is debugging the back-end part of the Lambda, but that is the processing of the data. They will debug you now. So design how a front-end can open this HTML, because this HTML has links of handlebars, and they need to process that and can work and make modification and see the modification that they're making. The problem with this is like you need to open the PDF and then you will have this. You will see exactly the same, but it takes a little time. So every time that you need to move or change some color, you need to move this to left, and you change it and you reset. It will take a lot of time. To avoid that, we create the npm run design that will start the live server too, and another local host that will compile your handlebars. Here in your designing app, you can create it's just creating an express servers and loading the same reports. You need to copy and paste this and create for each report that you want. So you can enter to that and you will see the web page. This is online. You can change something on the JavaScript, refresh in 1 second, and you will see it. Obviously, with this is dummy data. This thing can work without dummy data, so you will see the final result, the final test. But this is for designing. You can change everything on your local, and you will see everything here. And that's all. That's basically how you work with this, how you execute, how you create some, you debug some things, and how you can create new templates. Basically, you can remove this and copy only this part. The template, adding a template is quite easy, and working with this is quite easy. It will not take too much time. It was hard to do everything, but after that we have a template, and doing the next template, it was more easy. Some question about this? Well, if there is no question, thank you very much. I speak a little fast, but it was quite complex. But thank you for coming. I expect that if someone has needed, if someone need to do some requirement, just ping me, and I can help you. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you, Martin. Really good.
Thank you, Martin. Very good. Nice.